What's up, guys? Here at the Week 16 review video. I'm gonna start off things a little different. Instead of starting with my matchup, I'll start with the two playoff matchups, and then we'll talk about consolation afterward because those are really the matchups that don't necessarily matter. Obviously, most people care about their particular matchup, but as a league as a whole, we care about the teams that have a chance at winning the money, which is not very much, but obviously the goal here is to win the belt. So let's jump into those matchups. First one we have here is Jason versus Michael. Jason was the number 2 seed and won this matchup. It was 94-81. Both teams had pretty lackluster performances. We'll look at Jason's team first. Tom Brady only gave him 14. Obviously, they didn't need a lot out of him versus the Panthers. And he's missing his 2 top receivers, his starting running back, so that probably factored into it a little bit. And then, of course, he didn't really have to try to do too much because they won fairly easy. Najee Harris got him 13.5. Not a good day for the Steelers. He got a lot of points in garbage time. Just they continue to feed him the ball through the air, on the ground, and no touchdown, but it is what it is. Had James Robinson in the lineup, who got him a point. Tore his Achilles early in that game. So tough blow there. Obviously, you would think something like that could cost you a victory, but he was able to pull it out. Justin Jefferson had a big game, 16 points, no touchdowns though. Played Mike Williams, and this is where I really thought he was going to be screwed. Played Mike Williams. Mike Williams was ruled out with COVID on Saturday. Now, obviously, I harp on making sure we have actual good lineups set every week, so the matchups are good. Everybody's playing their best, available team, playing, doing the best they can. He obviously won here, and I'm aware that obviously this past weekend was, a very big holiday weekend with Christmas on Saturday. Obviously, I know people are spending time with their family, their friends, celebrating the holiday. A lot of people travel, and things aren't quite normal, so it's easy to miss things, forget things, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are married, a lot of you guys have children, and things like that, nieces, nephews, things of that nature. I went out of town myself, spent time with I have quite a bit of siblings. I have some nieces and nephews as well. So I understand. So I'm not going to beat a dead bush here. It's just, obviously he won, so it worked out for him, but it would have been very tough to see him lose if he could have won had he put somebody else in there. Had Nick Chubb in the lineup, who played Saturday, had 26 points. Huge day there. Not much out of the defense and kicker. He doesn't have much on the bench either, but he could have played Sutton and got 5 more points had he filled him in for Mike Williams. Looking over here at Michael's team, Michael rolled with Big Ben at quarterback. Obviously, it didn't work out for him. Only got him 6 points. Obviously, it was tough for Michael. He had Lamar Jackson all season. He's been out. He's rolling with Tyler. Was going to roll with Huntley. He was ruled out either Saturday or early. I can check. I can click on him and find out. It was late Saturday afternoon he was ruled out, so he got him out of the lineup and decided to roll with Big Ben. I'm not sure what his other options were. Obviously, I'm sure there's better players on the waiver wire as far as what happened afterward, but the Chiefs' defense has played very well recently. Obviously, Big Ben does have some weapons. You kind of never know. He rolled with it, and it may have cost him here. I don't know if there's anybody on the waiver wire who had 18 to 20 points, somebody who could have put him over the top, and you also only know that after the fact. Had Jonathan Taylor, who's killed it all season and didn't have a bad game necessarily, 11 points, but couldn't find the end zone. Ronald Jones filled in because he had Fournette, I believe, before that. Filled in nicely, 15 points. Tyreek Hill had a dud of a game. Doesn't happen much. People thought with Kelsey being out, he'd be heavily targeted, kind of like Antonio Brown was, who got a 50% target share in his matchup. Didn't work out for him, only 3 points. I think he only was targeted twice as well. Marquise Brown got him 7. A.J. Green with the 1 catch, struggled. Hunter Renfrow found the end zone but didn't do much else. Hopkins, his kicker, got him 12, so that was nice to see. He had Rashad Penny on the bench who had 19 and a half. So if he makes a couple adjustments there, that helps him out huge. Tyler Boyd was 16. Um, I don't know if it's poor coaching decisions. Of course, I don't own a lot of these players on any team, so I'm not sure like where they ranked and what the status was going in. But obviously, it's tough to see that knowing you could have made a couple changes and kept your season alive. Next matchup, we have the number 1 seed versus Derek. I'm not sure what seed he was, and this was not close. Dalton's team put up one of the highest scores of the season, or higher scores. I know there's been at least a few more higher. 166 to 87. So obviously not like there was much that Derek could have done there to change that. Had Dakota beat Derek last week, he would have lost as well, but it would have been a much, much closer matchup. We'll look at Derek's team first. Josh Allen balled out for him, 31. Gotta love that. Melvin Gordon got him half a point. The Raiders just shut down the run. It looks like, I don't know what Javonte Williams did, but we'll see here. Oh, Javonte Williams didn't do much either, but he did get a touchdown because he's on Dalton's team. Myles Gaskin got him 2 points. Obviously a tough matchup there, but he doesn't have much else on the bench to really replace him necessarily. Metcalf got him 11, did find the end zone. Amari Cooper 18, nice game there. Jarvis Landry got him 7.5. Boston Moreau 8.5, not too bad there. But then a lot of single-digit performances. Nothing on his bench who could have really helped him, and obviously he got blown out. So looking at Dalton's team. Joe Burrow, 525 passing yards, the 4th highest in NFL history, I believe. 4 touchdowns, 38 points. That is massive and a little frustrating because I actually owned him and drafted him, but made some trades. Ezekiel Elliott found the end zone twice as the Cowboys destroyed the Washington team. I'm not sure they're a football team, but the team there. Stephon Diggs found the end zone for him, got him 18. Devontae Adams, huge game on Saturday, 28. Josh Palmer, he played him as he was filling in for Mike Williams, got him 13, found the end zone. Kyle Pitts had a nice game, no touchdowns, but 13 points. Eagles defense got him 18. He even had Rex Burkhead on the bench who had 28, so he could have got more points there had he filled him in there. For, let's say, Dallas Goedert, who he had at the flex, who got 4 points, but nice game there out of Dalton. So it'll be the 1 and 2 seed in the championship. It'll be Dalton versus Jason. So I will see if there's a preview of that right before the end here to discuss. We'll talk about all the matchups that really don't matter. We had my matchup versus Garrett. I won this one 120. Was Garrett number 2? 124 to 103. Kyler Murray played okay for me at Sony Michel with 20. I played Justin Jackson. I was able to pick him up. Got 30 points for me there. That was big. Tyler Lockett struggled. Deontay Johnson found the end zone. Didn't do much else. Chiefs defense got me 11. Josh Jacobs had a decent game. Just fumbled. Got me 11. None going on the bench. Looking at Garrett number 2's team. He had Damon Harris, who had the 3 touchdowns, 28 points. Deebo Samuel with 24. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 21.5. He's been playing very well. Had Bryan Edwards in the lineup, who was on the COVID list. But it looks like he didn't get placed on the COVID list till after our waivers processed on Sunday. Shit. That's rough. I don't know why they waited so late to do that, but it looks here like the news broke. He was placed on the list at 12:22, so unless he had somebody else on the bench he could have thrown in there for him, he wouldn't be able to pick anybody up. And then looking at his bench, they played Saturday. He only has one receiver on his bench. Now, he could have put Deebo in for him and then put somebody else in at flex, but makes no difference. Moving on, we got Dakota and Garrett. Dakota won this one pretty easily, 163 to 114. These guys are not really playing for much as they're in the winners losers bracket, I guess you could call it. Dakota had Dak Prescott at a big game, 31. Joe Mixon with 28.5. T. Higgins, 37. Jamar Chase, 16. Antonio Brown, 15. Rams defense, 10. Just points and points everywhere. Obviously, he was complaining his guys sucked last week and did good this week. Well, some of that has to do with matchup as well, although I don't know who the Bengals played last week. Think of that. Who did they play last week? Denver. Yeah, Denver's got a solid defense. Baltimore, not so much. Looking at Garrett's team, not sure what's going on. Russell Wilson, he did okay fantasy-wise, 17 points, but everybody's talking about maybe he's hurt or, something's going on there. David Montgomery had 20. Michael Pittman got him 12.5. Marvin Jones did okay, 11. Michael Carter with 13. Devontae Parker got him 0. And there's no news on it. I'm not sure. He played, so I'm not sure what happened there. Or it looks like he played anyways. He did get 25 out of the Dolphins defense. That's quite good there. Nothing else going on. Looking at Kenny versus Matt. This is a blowout. This is 126 to 62. Matt rolled with Justin Herbert, who, although didn't look good in the actual real game, played okay in fantasy, 17. Darrell Williams got him 10. He had CEH, who got him 10 as well. Had that bowling ball touchdown where he got stuffed and then just didn't go down and was able to get in. But he did hurt his shoulder, so he's likely going to miss some time. Played Cole Beasley, who obviously was ruled out with COVID. And I'm pretty sure he was ruled out quite a bit in advance. Yeah, he was ruled out Tuesday, so that definitely shows me that he's not paying attention anymore. Looking over at Kenny's team, Cooper Kupp, 16. Devontae Smith, 16.5. Mark Andrews, big game, even with the third-string quarterback, 23. Antonio Gibson had 13. Aaron Jones had 11. Not much else going on there. Kicker got him 12. And then the last matchup, we have Josh versus Casey. Josh won this one 122 to 75. Casey had Mahomes, who played all right with 22. Singletary got him 16. And that was it for double-digit points on his team. So the rest of the guys, Hubbard with 1. Julio Jones with 1. And Njoku played, but he got 0. I think I played in Njoku in a league, in my other league. And that's rough to see. I know they had, I think, all the tight ends back this week, but it is what it is. Jalen Hurts played all right for Josh, 16. Freeman got him 9. Played James Conner, who obviously was out with an injury, although I'm not sure. Let's see here. The news isn't going back that far. I think he was more. I don't think he was actually ruled out until Saturday. So ruled out. Like I said, it's the holidays. It's tough sledding there. As much as everybody's glued to their phones and stuff, that's kind of like the one day that and Thanksgiving you may put it away to, actually, be in the moment and enjoy time with your family and things of that nature for the holiday. And obviously everybody's playing with new gifts or toys or whatever that may be. Or if you have kids, you're probably having to put together toys and, find batteries and things like that. Brandon Ayuk got him 12. Waddle with 20. Dalton Schultz had 18. Cowboys defense got him 26. Kicker got him 11. So decent day there. And then if I look at, let's see. The only game I care about previewing is obviously the championship. If we look here, so it's not giving me projected totals. But based on how they have their lineup set currently, which this is definitely going to change, looks like Dalton's projected win by 26. It'll definitely change because Jason has James Robinson and Mike Williams still in his lineup, and currently both projected 0. Obviously, Robinson's not playing. Not sure about Mike Williams' status, but it'll be Tom Brady versus the Jets. So he might as well chalk him up for 20 to 30 points. And then you have Joe Burrow versus Kansas City. A little bit, obviously, a somewhat tough matchup. He'll probably get 20, but I think he'll be held in check. That's my opinion. Jason has Najee Harris and Nick Chubb. Najee Harris versus Cleveland. It's an okay matchup. And then Nick Chubb versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense isn't too good. And I'm a Nick Chubb guy, so definitely think both running backs have good matchups there. On the flip side, we got Ezekiel Elliott versus Arizona. He should do okay there. That should be a pretty tough game. Javonte Williams versus the Chargers. If they give him the ball and give him more of the work share, like he could have a big game there. Chargers aren't a good run defense. And then he's got Elijah Mitchell versus Houston. I guess that's if he plays. I don't think he's been playing. I guess, yeah, he's been out recently. If he plays, he could have obviously a very big game there because they'll feed the shit out of him. At receiver, Jason's got Justin Jefferson versus the Packers. I'm not sure if they have Jair Alexander healthy or not. If so, that could be a little difficult because they may shadow him. If not, he should probably be fine. Obviously, he's a great player. Obviously, he's not going to be having Mike Williams. He's got Josh Reynolds for the Lions. God, that you never know with something like that. That's a dart throw. Dalton's team's got Stephon Diggs versus Atlanta. He can have a big day there. Mooney versus the Giants. You never know because the quarterback play in Chicago is atrocious. And Devontae Adams versus Minnesota. I mean, you can probably chalk him up for 20 points right off the bat. Tight ends, you got Kmet versus Pitts. Pitts has a very tough matchup with Buffalo. Kmet, not so much, but he's got quarterback issues. Defenses, right now it's the Eagles and the Broncos. Both have pretty favorable matchups in my opinion. Broncos may be a little bit more difficult. And then I don't care about kicker, but Jason's got Tucker, so he's got the best kicker in the game. That's it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the season. One more week to go. Let's finish strong. You know, it may take me a little bit to get the draft order set for the next year after things end, but I'll get that taken care of. And then, you know, I'm sure we won't communicate for quite a few months, but come next summer, we'll discuss getting things ramped up, some maybe changes in league members, some changes to some rules and things like that to keep things as competitive as possible and enjoyable for everyone. And I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Happy New Year to all you guys, and I'll see you next week.